Hi, welcome to your very first video lesson. We're starting with a unit called the natural world. And to start, you're going to be introduced to the four spheres of the Earth. Let's start with a question. How would you divide the things on Earth? You can discuss the ideas with the person next to you, but get ready to share them with the rest of your class. Now might be a good time for your teacher to pause the video because I don't want to sit here quietly for 5 minutes while you all think. Alright, so I'm sure that there are lots of ways that you've come up with that you could divide the things on Earth and organize them. In this course, we're going to start with lesson objectives every time. So these are things that you need to be able to do, hopefully by the end of the lesson, definitely before a quiz or a test. So your objective for today is I can describe the four spheres of the Earth. So the Earth is made of four interacting spheres. The first being the lithosphere. Lithos in Greek means stone or ground. So we can imagine what's in there. Hydro meaning water. So we can take a guess about what's that one. Atmosphere. Atmos means air. And biosphere. Bio means life. So let's get into each of these four spheres in a little bit more detail. You'll notice in your fill in the blank notes that these bold and underlined words are the ones that you're going to be writing down. So I'll give you a couple of seconds to copy those. All right. So the first sphere we'll talk about is the lithosphere. Here is the lithosphere. So it includes rocks, minerals, and soil. Notice that you have to write down those three things. Okay. Here are the different layers of the Earth: the inner core, the outer core, the mantle, and the crust. The crust is what we live on. All of these things, starting here, inner core, outer core, mantle, all the way to the crust, is considered the lithosphere. So it's all the layers of Earth's interior, okay? Rocks, minerals, and soil. Now on to hydrosphere. The hydrosphere, we have it circled over there in yellow, right here where the cursor is moving. All right, it includes oceans, rivers, lakes, glaciers, and water vapor in the air. Okay, so even the water in the air is considered to be part of the hydrosphere. The atmosphere. Up here we see our atmosphere. It includes the gases surrounding the Earth. And it's mostly made of nitrogen and oxygen. Last sphere is the biosphere. It includes the portion of the Earth that can support life. So this is living things. That can be plants or animals. Living things. So these four spheres are constantly interacting. That is what you need to remember the most about this unit, is that none of these spheres act in isolation. Your lithosphere interacts with your hydrosphere, interacts with your atmosphere, interacts with the biosphere. We're going to see throughout the unit different ways that they interact with one another. So I've given you some examples here. So the first, rain from our hydrosphere, so rain from a cloud, falls on the soil in the lithosphere, which causes grass to grow. So we have in the biosphere grass growing. A cow, also part of the biosphere, eats that grass and then breathes out carbon dioxide, CO2, into the atmosphere as it eats. So here we have an idea of how something from the hydrosphere impacts the lithosphere, impacts the biosphere, and then impacts the atmosphere. All four spheres interacting with one another. And we'll see many more examples like this. So, here's what you're doing after this lesson. I can describe the four spheres of the Earth. So you need to be able to explain what's the lithosphere, what's in it, what's it made of. The hydrosphere, what's in it, what is it made of. The atmosphere, what's in it, what is it made of. The biosphere, what's in it, what is it made out of. And you need to complete the worksheet about the four spheres of the Earth that your teacher will give to you. And this is your very brief introduction to the four spheres. And we will be moving on in the next lesson to the lithosphere.